Well, that's good. I don't hear myself. Okay.
Welcome to Lima Senior Gymnasium, home of the Lima Senior High School Spartans. Tonight's contest features the Titans of St. John Jesuit High School and your Spartans of Lima Senior. Ladies and gentlemen, live in a country with freedoms like no other. Please stand, gentlemen removing their hats for the playing of the Lima Senior High School alma mater by the Lima Senior Pep Band. They remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, by Lima Senior's own Laura Horniman.
I'm surprised you ain't in here, man.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Lima Senior High School, home of the Lima Senior Spartans for tonight's matchup between your Lima Senior Spartans and St. John's Jesuit Titans. Spartans coming tonight.
From St. John's, led by head coach Mike Schoen. For St. John's, 6'2" junior, number 12, Brady Lichtenberg. For the Titans, a 6'3" junior, number 14, Thomas Zeros. For the blue and gold, 6'4" junior, number 24, Shane Garcia. For our visitors tonight, a 6'3" senior, number 32, Gary Batch. And finally for the St. John's Titans, a 6'1" freshman, number 34, CJ Hornby. Now let's meet your Lima Senior Spartans, led by head coach Quincy Simpson. For Lima Senior, 5'8" junior, he's our point guard, wearing number 23, Jordan Rollins. For your Spartans, a 6' senior guard, wearing number 0, Desan Clare. In our white uniforms of red and gray trim, a 6'7" senior forward, wearing number 4, Dante Wheeler. For your home team tonight, a 6'4" senior wing, wearing number 5, Jadakiss Mack.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to the Spartan Dome tonight for Lima Senior's matchup between Lima Senior and the St. John's Jesuit Titans. Tonight, your Lima Senior Spartans come in after a nasty road test out at Shawnee. Spartans fell by 15 points. Spartans played 4 games in 9 days, got some well-needed rest, and they're looking forward to the opportunity to get back on the winning ways against St. John's. I'll bring my partner in tonight, John Sigmund. Again, John, what are some keys for the Spartans tonight to get back on the winning ways?
I'll tell you what, first of all, it's good to be back home. You know, their last 4 games have been on the road. Like you said, it was pretty nasty last week. You were at OG, then you were at LCC, then back-to-back nights at St. Francis and at Shawnee. So 4 really tough games. So I think being back home, having some home court advantage might be good for Lima Senior tonight. As always, anytime you talk about the Spartans, you're talking about the defense and the rebounding. You know, those are 2 very important keys. They're always going to be keys, especially against a team like St. John's, who usually does a very good job crashing the boards. So we'll see how Lima Senior does tonight on those 2 parts of the game.
So the Spartans roll out tonight with Wheeler, Clare, Fulcher, Mack, and Rollins. Noticeably not starting tonight, Khalil Luster, who started for the Spartans, and also Jameer Simpson, who we have been told is not with the team tonight. We're not sure what's going on, but we just know that Jameer is not here and he is not dressed.
Yeah,
so we'll see.
Yeah, that definitely makes the rebounding part of the game that much more. You're talking about 6'5", one of the leading rebounders, maybe in the conference. So that's a big loss.
And that's a 3-point there by Shane Garcia. Hits a 3 for St. John. So the board's not right in terms of the people who are starting for them. But what we have out there, we have Gary Batch will start tonight. Thomas Zeros, Brady Lichtenberg, the quarterback going to Cincinnati. We also have CJ Hornby. Desan Clare bags a 3 for your Spartans.
Yeah, he's probably one of the most consistent 3-point shooters we got on the team. With Jameer being out, you know, guys like Desan Clare, Jordan Rollins, other guys are going to have to step up in a big way, contribute a lot tonight.
Spartans almost get the steal there. St. John's recovers. Jadakiss Mack tips it out. Spartans tonight donning the purple and gold in honor of and tribute of Kobe Bryant. Student section also in purple and gold tonight. A nice tribute there for the Spartans. St. John's will inbound here. Lichtenberg will bark out orders.
Real curious to see how St. John's performs. I know when we went, when Lima Senior went to St. John's early in the season, they beat them by about 22 or so. So I'm going to be interested to see if St. John's bounce back. It's tough to beat a team twice, especially when they've had a chance to see what you can do.
Rollins gets the steal there. For those who followed the Spartans, Jadakiss Mack to the hoop, no good. Rebound by Mack. Mack goes up, no good. For those who followed the Spartans, that was the game where Coach Simpson benched a couple of his starters for the first half of the game. The Spartans were up by 3 at halftime and then exploded to win by, I believe, 20, 25, somewhere along those lines. Dante Wheeler goes for the slam, no good. Rebound by DeSonclair. His pass gets tipped away to Hornbeek. Hornbeek going the other way, puts it up, no good. Rebound Rollins, we're going the other way. Rollins out in transition, goes to the bucket, floater in the lane, contact, no call. Wheeler with a rebound, Wheeler up and in.
Good job by Wheeler running down court, following. You always want to do that when you guys sprinting out. You always want to have somebody following for that exact reason.
Spartans with their first lead of the night. 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Garcia gets the ball. Zeros at the top.
I'm also interested to see how St. John's does tonight with the new coach. I didn't get to see him when they went up to Lima Senior, but their longtime coach, Ed Heinzel, retired after 40 years. So his predecessor has taken over. So I'm curious to see if they play a more up-tempo style. From what I can see right now, they're still kind of going to do the half-court thing, which is probably smart against Lima Senior.
The coach that's taken over for St. John's did take over for Coach Heinzel a couple years ago in their tournament run when Coach Heinzel was suspended for recruiting violations. So he has some experience in the big time. Josiah Fulcher going to take his first shot of the night. Banks it off the glass, no good.
A little bit of a sloppy start there for both teams.
Lichtenberg, acrobatic shot, gets it to go for 2.
Yeah, nice little drive, little pump fake. Folks might have thought he traveled, but he definitely held that foot. Nice little move by him.
Spartans trying to get rhythm. Got a new group out here starting. Rollins at the point. Barks out orders. Spartans get into their play.
Yeah, interesting starting 5 there for Lima Senior. Got Jadakiss, Mack, Desan Clare. Those two haven't started. Well, Desan hasn't started all year. Jadakiss hasn't started for about 6 or 7 games. So
Josiah Fulcher off the elevator screen there on the wing, bangs a 3.
Gonna need a big game out of him tonight. Like I said, with Jameer not being here, you're basically talking about 15 points a game you're gonna have to make up for. So
Jameer Simpson averaging 17 coming into the night. And they're gonna get a charge call there.
the glove.
Gary Batch with the foul. Partner alludes to Jordan Rollins, the glove. Picking up the charge there for your Spartans. Yeah, so the Spartans 17 points from Jameer Simpson. They'll be without tonight. Fulcher averaging 19 on the year, so somebody's going to have to step up. Rollins uses the screen from Wheeler, gets into the paint, to the bucket.
Good move.
Nice move. Great body control by Jordan there to get the bucket in the lane on the drive.
Yeah, good job by Rollins going into the defender, kind of getting him off with his body so that there was not going to be a block.
Shot no good. Rebound by Clare. Clare goes the other way, dribbles it off his foot, corrals it in the corner. He's doubled, gets it to Rollins. Rollins a pass out to Wheeler, an open 3 for Wheeler, dials it up, no good. Rebound by Greenlee, and he's going the other way.
Nice pass and shot there, just didn't fall.
Greenlee, a freshman. Lichtenberg hits the 3, but no good. The foul's going to be on Jadakiss Mack. Excuse me, Dante Wheeler with the foul. His first, Spartans first.
Luster making his first appearance. Camion Durr enters the game. Hasn't had a lot of playing time lately, but with the loss of Simpson, you probably expect to see him a little bit more tonight than usual.
Camion Durr. Khalil Luster also checks in for your Spartans. Cam Miles also checks in. Spartans go with a little bit of a smaller lineup here. Zeros going to pull up for 3. No good. Rebound by Durr. Nice box out. Matt comes down with it. Pass up to Fulcher. Zeros tips it out of bounds. Spartans will on to it. Zeros, a big-time receiver for the St. John's team, has some Division I interest.
That's another player I think that's going to have to step up for the Spartans tonight is Luster. He's struggled a little bit over the last few games, but he's capable of turning it on at any time, even as small as he is. So, you know, again, referencing Simpson being out, it's another player that's going to have to step up for the Spartans is Luster.
Mack drives the baseline. unable to get it. Spartans come back up with it on the loose ball. Luster.
Good job by Miles getting on the floor.
Fulcher going to pull it from deep. No good. Rebound. Sam Swift. Lichtenberg will bring it up. Into the offense, St. John's goes. Nice screen there for Lichtenberg. No good. Rebound Fulcher. Going the other way. Spartans bring it up. Fulcher. Skip pass. No good. Lichtenberg was going out of bounds. Lost it. Cleo Luster comes down with it. Cam Miles goes up for a layup. No good.
Miles.
And St. John's throws it away.
Can't do that. St. John's going to have to take better care of the ball. I think that's their third turnover.
Spartans lead 10-5 here. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left in the first quarter. The Spartan Dome. Fulcher with the ball on the wing to Luster. Luster back to Fulcher. Skip back out to Luster. To Mack. To Miles. Miles in the paint. Block. Excellent block there by Gary Batch for St. John's. He pulls it across the timeline. Pulls it out.
Yeah, real nice job there. Swatting at the ball and not committing the foul with the nice block.
Bad pass there by St. John's. Fulcher tips it out of bounds, but it's not able to corral it. Jermaine Daniel checks in. Not pretty basketball right now, John, either side.
Yeah, no, I think Spartans, definitely out of rhythm, having to start new lineup, having different guys in there that normally don't play a lot.
Excellent
Perfect
inbound
example.
Play.
Yeah, that was a real nice play by St. John.
Looked like they tried to set the elevator screen there at the top, and then both the elevators went down a couple levels to the bucket. Fulcher tries to drive the lane. His shot's blocked. Swift brings it up. Lichtenberg gets to the lane.
Nice pass.
Nice pass to Batch. Batch pulls it back out. Out to Greenlee. Greenlee gets to the paint. Hornbeek's going to pull it for three. No good. Rebound by Fulcher. Fulcher goes the other way.
Nice play there by St. John's, though. I think that's exactly what they have to do. They need to knock down some of them shots, though, or else they're not going to be able to stay in this game.
Jermaine Daniel with a nice pass to Camion Durr, but he's too far into the bucket. They're going to get it to Daniel. Daniel's going to pull up for three. No good, but he gets the foul. C.J. Hornbeek will pick up the foul. That'll be his first, team's second. And Jermaine Daniel will go to the line.
Tell you what, it's kind of hard to defend players like Daniels, who basically considers his range to be somewhere in the gym. So it's difficult to get out there. He shot that from about 4 feet behind the three-point line.
Jermaine Daniel toes the line for his first shot. That is good.
And you'll see that a lot of times, defenders having to go out that far that quickly. You'll see fouls a lot in that case. It's just kind of hard to break down when you're trying to get that far beyond the three-point line.
Jermaine also does an excellent job to try to draw some of those. Andrew Miller's going to check in for St. John's. Daniel misses the second free throw. 11-7 your score here in the Spartan Dome. Rollins will check in for your Spartans.
Really kind of interested to see how Coach Simpson uses his bench, uses his rotation when you lose somebody of that big of importance to your team. You know, your rotation changes, your minutes change, so I'm going to be interested to see how he works that.
Daniel goes 1 for 3 from the line. Spartans lead 11-7, 1 minute, 25 seconds. Lichtenberg brings the ball up. Nice spin move. Lichtenberg gets it out to Greenlee. Greenlee pulls up for three. No good. Off to the right. Miles with a rebound. Miles brings it across. Daniel's going to pull up for three. Short. Rebound, Miles. He pulls it out. Out to Fulcher. Skip inside to Daniel. Daniel had the layup and didn't even look for the shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe he thought he was too far under the basket or something. He was right there. Easy layup.
50 seconds and counting here left in the first quarter. Spartans with the ball.
St. John's little 2-3 zone.
Daniel's going to pull up again from deep. Bangs it. Jermaine Daniel with a deep three right in front of the St. John's bench. He has 4 tonight.
Tell you what, he is a zone buster, that's for sure.
Something that the Spartans struggled with against OG as well as Shawnee was shooting from deep and just shooting in general, it seemed like, against Shawnee for the most part.
Yeah, against Shawnee, they couldn't throw it in the ocean.
Ball last touch there by the Spartans. Checking in for St. John's, number 42, Joe Barnes.
Tell you what, so far St. John's has pretty much done what they've needed to do for the most part. They got to start knocking down some shots, though. You know, you look up and it's a 7-point lead. And for real, St. John's hasn't played that badly. They've done a good job moving the ball, got open shots, just not knocking them down.
Mack checks in, gets a steal, gets the ball, lost the ball, gets it back, throws it up, off, banks it in. Jadakiss Mack.
Nice acrobatic move there by Mack, showing off that athleticism.
And Hornbeak's unable to get a shot up there as time expires in the first quarter. And your score here at the Spartan Dome, Lima Senior 16, St. John 7. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Gary Betts back in for the Titans.
Able to get out to this 9-point lead that they have, but you know, neither team really played that well in the first quarter. St. John's missed a lot of open shots. I mean, they're doing what they need to do. They're just not knocking down the shots. So if St. John's can start knocking down shots, this could become a pretty good game. And as far as Lima Senior, they just need to kind of calm down and I think need to get used to the different roles that they have at this point.
Spartans up by 9. Tremaine Daniel with the ball. He had Miles open, but he didn't get it to him. Miles dribbles around, gets it out to Rollins. We'll reset the offense here. Miles sets a screen for Rollins. Rollins kicks to Mack. Mack's going to pull up for 3. No good. Rebound tipped out. And we're going to get a foul on Cam Miles over the back call. His first, team second. Yeah, just from my observations here in the Spartan Dome tonight, not a lot of energy. Doesn't look. There's no energy in the stands. There's no energy. On the benches.
It's very quiet.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I think this team had such high expectations at the beginning of the year, and I think last week losing to OG and losing to Shawnee, I think kind of took
some wind out of
took a little wind out of their sails.
Lichtenberg bangs a 3 there for St. John's. Nice shot by him. He's got 5 on the night. Jadakiss Mack jumps over someone, but he's going to get an offensive foul called on him. He literally just jumped over someone, John.
Yes, he did. Little out of control. Little out of control. You know, once you get up in the air like that, there's not really a lot you can do. Defender was there in plenty of time.
Spartans pick up full court here.
Yeah, the Spartans definitely don't have the enthusiasm and the energy that they had the first 6 or 7 games.
Jermaine Daniel gets a steal and throws a no-look behind the back pass to St. John's. Lichtenberg gets to the rack, almost makes it, but he's going to get a foul. Spartan foul is going to be on Jadakiss Mack. 2 quick fouls on him, his second, team 4th. Lichtenberg will toe the line for 2. Interesting series of events there with Daniel playing good defense and then making a senseless pass there to turn it over.
Yeah, Lima Senior, like I said, right now they're still playing a little sloppy. They definitely need to clean things up, especially on the offensive end of the court. They haven't scored yet in this quarter. I mean, we're only a couple minutes in, but they haven't scored yet. So they need to definitely clean things up at the offensive end.
Lichtenberg makes the first. He'll toe the line for the second. Cam Miles checks in for the Spartans. Lichtenberg's shot goes up and in.
Lima Senior's actually not doing too bad of a job defensively. You know, I keep talking about St. John's turnovers. I think they're up to 6 or so right now. So defensively, Lima Senior's doing what they need to do. They just don't have a rhythm offensively. You know, there's another area where they missed Simpson because a lot of the offense was able to run through him in the post.
Spartans get the ball on the floor, but it's unable, and that was bad. That was bad, but Spartans come out with it, so we'll take it.
Yeah, nobody able to just pick up the ball. Everybody was trying to dribble instead of just picking it up. But as I was saying, you know, a lot of the offense was able to run through Simpson. You know, his ability to handle the ball, shoot from the outside, post up, pass from the post, you know. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that are missing with him out of the game.
Fulcher's pass sails out of bounds, look for Miles on the cut in the paint. Unable to connect with him. 16-12 your score, 6 minutes, 12 seconds left to play here in the second quarter at the Spartan Dome. Lichtenberg to bring it up.
Yeah, you can see the Spartans definitely look out of sorts offensively, and you know, to be expected when you're missing somebody like him.
St. John's in a motion set here, it looks like. Almost lost it, corrals it. I've been impressed with Greenlee so far. He hasn't scored, but he's handled the pressure well for being just a freshman.
Yeah, he's doing what he needs to do. St. John's in general is, they just got to get some of those to fall, those three-point shots. They're getting open looks.
Joe Barnes
just not
with
falling.
The three there, didn't get it to go. DeSon Claire will pull up from three, and he knocks it down.
Tell you what,
Claire with the second three of the night.
I'll tell you what, you can't leave him open. If he's got an open shot, he's probably going to knock it down. Not too often that he misses when he's that wide open.
Hard to not find him on the floor.
Good steal.
A good steal by Wheeler. A nice pass to Fulcher. Fulcher with the slam. Dante Wheeler with the unorthodox assist there for the Spartans.
Yeah, good hustle by Wheeler. Lost the ball on the behind the back, but good job by him getting the steal.
Throw the ball forward. Excellent job. Lichtenberg doing it all for St. John's. Wheeler with his rebound, and he's going to push. Up to Daniel. Daniel's going to pull up for three. No good.
I have expected that to go in.
Gary Bash, you always hold your breath when he shoots the ball, that's for sure. Greenlee's going to get to the
Good
bucket.
move.
No good, block, but we're going to get a foul. I think it'll be on Claire with the body. Yes, we're going to get DeSon Claire for his first foul, fifth foul of the game for the Spartans, and the freshman Michael Greenlee will go to the line.
DeSon doing a little chirping there.
Hornbeak,
just letting him know.
Hornbeak and Greenlee, both freshmen for St. John's. Both have played ample minutes tonight so far for them. Not a St. John's team that you can think of the past. You know, they've had killers in the past, straight up killers.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a different St. John's team than you're used to seeing. There's not a ton of size out there. They usually have one or two guys that are in that 6'7" range. And like you said, they've always got one or two guys that could light you up for 30 points any night. And they just don't seem to they definitely don't have that this year, either one of those aspects. But you know they got guys out there that are working hard and that are just going to do what they're supposed to do and not try to do anything more than that. Sometimes that's all you need.
Khalil Luster back in for your Spartans. Camion Durr also back in. Fulcher's going to get an open three. Nailed it. Josiah Fulcher.
Okay, Lima Senior's got a little rhythm offensively now. I think maybe it just took for a couple shots to go in for them to kind of, see the ball go through the hoop. And then, of course, they've always got their defense.
Spartans very close to getting a 5-second there. St. John's calls a timeout. 24-14 your score here in the Spartan Dome. 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second quarter.
I'll tell you what, we were just talking a second ago about St. John's, and you can see it. They just don't have the quickness, the speed, the athleticism that you're used to seeing out of a team from St. John's. They lack in all those categories, and as sloppy as Lima Seniors played, as I said, they've always got their defense, and you look up and they've got a 10-point lead, and it feels like they should have about a 2-point lead. So that tells me that, one, they're not playing very well right now, and two, this is not a St. John's team that can take advantage of Lima Senior's inability to really play well right now.
Interesting play there from St. John's to get it in, but they do, and they're on the break. Hornbeak will put it up, and he's going to get a bucket. C.J. Hornbeak for two. Nice press break there for St. John's.
Yeah, that was a real nice job by St. John's, just kind of passing their way through, not too much dribbling, nobody trying to overdo it.
Luster goes to drive baseline. He's going to get a foul on Lichtenberg. That'll be his first and the team's third. Leo Luster showing a little aggression here to get to the buck.
Yeah, don't go baseline if you ain't got nowhere to go. If you can't get down the baseline, don't go.
Spartans go to inbound. They get it out to Rollins, who's tackled by Hornbeek. And that'll be his second, team fourth.
Now, St. John's can't be happy about that one. The ref from across the court called that. The ref right there didn't call anything.
Greenlee will check back in. We'll swap out freshman for St. John's.
Tell you what, St. John's is only down 8. But at this point, you just don't get the feeling that they're going to be able to come back and win this game. I could be wrong, but it just doesn't feel like it.
Fulcher with a nice cut to get a bucket there for your Spartans, and he's starting to heat up, John.
Yeah, I think it just took a couple minutes for him to get going. He got a couple nice three-point shots to fall, and I think he's ready now.
Khalil Luster's going to pick up a foul for the Spartans to the dismay of both him and Rollins. I think he got him, though, John. It looked like he got his arm.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he did.
Rollins had him clean, but I think Luster got in there, and excellent job there. Rollins on the floor, unable to come up with it. Lichtenberg brings it up, gets past Claire, gets to the bucket, pump fake. Up, no good, but he'll draw the foul.
Good pump fake.
Excellent pump fake. Desan Claire fell for it. That'll pick up his second foul. Lichtenberg will go to the line.
It's easier said than done, but if you're not a shot blocker, don't leave your feet. I know that's easier said than done, but right there, Desan, he's not a shot blocker. Really was no need to go for the pump fake. Just put your hand straight up, make him shoot over you.
Lichtenberg makes the first. Dante Wheeler checks back in for your Spartans for Desan Claire. Coach Q not happy with that defensive effort there. I'm sure he said something to him right there. Spartans with a 9-point lead currently. Lichtenberg tries to cut it to 8. And he does.
You can see Coach Q just shifting his lineup a lot, trying to find a group that works. Got a pretty solid group out there right now. A couple ball
Luster
handlers.
the hoop to Fulcher with the slam.
Like I said, he's got a group out there right now that might be pretty good.
Josiah Fulcher put some life into the Spartan Dome here with that slam, his second slam of the game. Greenlee's going to pull up, and he nails it. Greenlee for 3.
St. John's finally got one of them open threes to go.
Spartans come right back. Fulcher pulls up, no good. Came
Good
in.
rebound.
Durr with a rebound, kicks it out to Wheeler. He's going to give it back to Durr. Durr's going to give it back to Wheeler. Luster will come out top. Oh, Luster goes at him, nothing. To Wheeler. Wheeler to Rollins. Coach Q barks out plays. That's another thing, too, that you don't think about, too. When you have a guy who's in the rotation all the time, it changes who does what.
Yeah.
When you're getting into your offensive set. So it looks like there is some confusion as to who's where.
Yep.
Nice
nice
pass by Rollins. Oh, boy. Nice pass by Wheeler to get it to Rollins.
Good fake.
Pick your poison here. Who's going to get the foul? They're going to call it on 10. Sam Swift, his first, team 5th. Rollins will go to the line to shoot 2 for the Spartans.
We saw a good pump fake there at the other end by the St. John's player. Now come back down here, and Jordan with the good pump fake draw the foul and get to the line.
Spartans only shooting 67% from the free throw line on the year, but Rollins is shooting only 52%.
Yeah,
on the year.
If there is a weak spot, I mean, obviously at this point you can point to Simpson not being here, but if there is a weak spot to the Lima senior team, it is free throw shooting. That's definitely something that could affect them come tournament time. You got to be able to make your free throws.
Rollins sinks the pair. That'll bump the old average up. Jawan Anderson, Goonie, as many people know him around Spartan Nation, checks in for your Spartans here with just over 2 minutes left to play here in the second quarter.
Again, another player that, doesn't see a lot of minutes or hasn't seen a lot of minutes this year, but, the rotation is, again, like I said, the rotation changes. The bench gets a little bit deeper when you lose somebody like that.
Nice back cut there by Batch. No good. Anderson comes up with it, throws it to Rollins. Rollins gets back tip. Lichtenberg comes up with it. Zeros with an excellent tip there. Lichtenberg's going to go to the rack. No good.
Oh, good rebound.
Blocked by Fulcher. Batch with a nice rebound. Swift pulls up from deep for 3.
Wow, that was deep. That was Jermaine Daniel deep. He was easily about 4 feet. Oh, good fake.
Wheeler wide open, a pump fake. He gets a bucket. Excellent job there by Luster to find him under the basket. Surprised there was no foul called there as he landed on his head. And right back at it, Batch.
Some end-to-end action.
A bucket.
St. John's going right back at him. I'll tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen this many pump fakes in a basketball game. About 5.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Spartans 32-26. A little over a minute left here in the first quarter.
I'll tell you what, I just said a minute ago, St. John's had no life. Then all of a sudden, both teams, pick up at the offensive end. They're going up and down. St. John's run a little bit. You look up, and now it's a 6-point game. St. John's is right in this.
Both teams starting to get in a little bit of an offensive rhythm here. It's interesting to see how this one will play out in the second half. And you got to wonder, too, for the Spartans, you look down there at the end of the bench. If you haven't been able to come out and watch one of the Spartans JV games, it's good basketball. A lot of those guys on the JV team would be getting minutes at most schools around here. So it'll be interesting to see as we run down here towards the end of the season if you start to see Travis Bullocks and Jerrion Mayo and Quintel Wilsons start to make appearances in these games.
I tell you what, that just speaks to the depth of talent at this school, at the Lima Senior High School. Because as you said, there's 3 or 4 of those JV guys that would be playing varsity just about anywhere else in this conference or anywhere else in a lot of the parts of the state.
Our guy Bahama Brent also starting to come into his American basketball. Dante Wheeler gets to the bucket and draws the foul. The foul will be on Gary Batch, his second, team 6. Wheeler.
Good move by Wheeler. Again, another one of those players that has to step up with the loss of Simpson. So far, so good. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. Had a good pass, couple trips down the floor, few trips ago. Had a real nice pass, and now a real nice drive, layup, chance for 3.
Wheeler has 6 tonight. There's 7, and he's just now surpassed his average for the year. So Wheeler stepping it up a little bit tonight for the Spartans in the absence of Simpson. Spartans with the full court pressure.
Tell you what, St. John's has done a much better job of handling the ball, handling the pressure, not turning the ball over nearly as much as they did in the first.
Lichtenberg, a big fan of getting to the lane and spinning.
Yes.
He's done it every time, it feels
like.
Every time he gets in the lane. It's been effective, though. He's got 11. Spartans looks like we're going to hold this one for the last shot of the half here. 28 seconds and counting. Spartans lead 35-28. Luster on the Spartan head. And Coach Q is going to call a timeout.
Lima Senior is incorporating a little Finley ball there.
Draw something up here for the Spartans in the huddle. Only a 30-second timeout for the Spartans. Coach Q takes his first timeout, grabs the clipboard, and says, come over here, let me show you something.
Tell you what, St. John's has done a good job of hanging around. I spoke to it just a second ago. Well, they got a couple threes to fall, and I think that was big. Gave them a little confidence. And then their ability to break the pressure, not turning the ball over, has gotten them a lot of easy shots here in the second quarter, and it's allowed them really to kind of hang around. If they keep playing like this is going to be a game to the end.
Big thing in games like this, if you're the Spartans, you just don't want to let people stick around.
Yep.
When you get in a game like this where your talent surpasses what the other team may have, you just don't want to let them stay around and think they have a chance.
Yeah, because even with Simpson not being here, the talent disparity is evident on the court. You can look down there and see that Lima Senior is way more talented man for man.
Fulcher dribbles the ball in the Spartan head, watches the clock. Looks like he's going to go here to Wheeler. Wheeler pivots, step back, pull up, no good. I don't know if that's what we drew up. Rollins grabs it, and it's blocked by Batch. Not sure that was exactly what we wanted, but we got a good look.
I'll tell you what, that Batch, that's like his third block, third or fourth block. I'll tell you what, he's getting out there.
Flying around on the defensive end. So your score at the half, Lima Senior 35, St. John's 28. Go grab some popcorn, grab a drink, hit the bathroom, and we'll be back in about 8 minutes, ladies and gentlemen.
pulling teeth now to get something.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Spartan Dome as we get ready to start the second half here with your Spartans leading 35-28. Jadakiss Mack, Dante Wheeler, Josiah Fulcher, DeSon Clare, and Jordan Rounds to start the second half for your Spartans. John, what's the keys to Spartan victory here to finish it out in the second half?
Well, I think the big one is they just need to find some offensive continuity. You know, they struggled there, only have 35 points, which, you know, Spartans, you know, they could throw that up in a quarter a lot of times. So, you know, like I said, and they got to do a better job on defense.
There's your guy, Batch, with a bucket there for St. John's.
But as I was saying, they just, you know, incorporating new bodies and new rotation. They just need to find some continuity and figure out what each is supposed to do.
Jadakiss Mack gets the ball in the paint, no good, unable to corral it first, and then threw it up and unable to get it to go. 35-30 your score here.
And it's also going to have to be a collective effort rebounding as well.
Lichtenberg traveled and got away with it. Shane Garcia pulls up, no good, but he gets the ball, steals it. Lichtenberg will pull up for three, no good. Zeros with a rebound. Out to Hornbeek. Hornbeek to Lichtenberg. Hornbeek gets to the elbow, passes to Zero. Nope, sorry, that's Garcia.
I mean, the Spartans definitely still have the talent to get things done, but wow. Not getting the rebounds, that's huge. You got to get those rebounds.
Lichtenberg with the ball.
St. John's going for their fourth attempt at this shot.
Ball's dead. Garcia gets it. Out to Batch. Batch is going to go to the rack. No good. We're going to get a offensive foul on Gary Batch. He'll pick up his third foul, the first of the second half. Josiah Fulcher draws the charge there for the Spartans.
Yeah, that one was close. Fulcher got there just in time. Tell you what, kind of at this point, kind of feel like St. John's can't afford to lose Batch. He's been one of their best players outside of
Lichtenberg. Miller's going to check in. Batch was visibly upset as he went to the bench, not happy with that call.
Yeah, he's been very active inside, getting rebounds, blocking some shots, so that's a big loss for St. John's.
Cam Miles goes for a spin move, and the ball ricochets out to Fulcher. Fulcher with a step back pass. Somehow he got it to Miles. Miles is passing it to Matt. Bounce pass just wasn't timed up very well there.
Yeah, I think Miles probably would have been better served just trying to go up for a shot right there. He was only a couple of feet from the basket. I think he probably could have got a little hook shot.
Hornbeek with the ball up top. Zeros. Surprisingly, Zeros hasn't scored at all. Miller goes in, no good.
Nice rebound.
By Rollins. Rollins is impressed with his rebounding ability. For his guy his size, at 5'8" listed, he does a pretty good job of getting in there.
Yeah, he plays a lot bigger than he is.
DeSon Clare picks up his third foul over the back call. His first, 35-30, still your score here in the Spartan Dome in the second half. 5 minutes, 44 seconds left to play.
Tell you, Lima Senior definitely has some things to figure out as far as how they're going to play now without the big guy in the middle. I know he'll have Wheeler, but you know, he's more of a perimeter presence, not really a low post scorer.
Lichtenberg gets the elbow, throws it up, no good. Zeros gets the rebound, he puts it up. I put it on him. Said he hadn't scored, he found a bucket.
Yeah, real
That's
nice,
my fault,
real
Spartan
nice,
fans.
real nice rebound there.
DeSon Clare gets a ball floater, goes up
nice
and in.
shot.
DeSon Clare with a nice floater. He's got 8 tonight.
Yeah, Lima Seniors definitely, I said they needed to get some offensive continuity, but they need to get some rebound.
They're going to call a foul on Jordan Rollins. Looked like a jump ball to me.
That was definitely a jump ball.
Call.
That was definitely a jump ball. He, without a doubt, had all ball on that one. We could see that one plain as day from way up here.
Khalil Luster checks in for the Spartans. Desan Clare. I was just going to talk about Desan Clare. There's never been a doubt that he could score. All the way through middle school, coming into high school, playing freshman, JV, the guy could score the bucket. So if he can get going for the Spartans, that could be a huge boost as Hornbeek bangs a three. We got a ball game, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. Another
37-35. Miles blocked by two people as he goes to the bucket.
Hey, one thing I've noticed about Miles is he doesn't just go straight up. He always double pumps or something like that. He needs to learn to just go straight up. With that body and those muscles that he has, he could easily draw contact in the foul every time. There you go. There you go. Just go straight up.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Real nice pass there by Rollins, but that's what I was talking about with Miles. So strong, if he just goes straight up, he's more than likely going to draw a foul.
Lichtenberg guarded by Rollins. Lichtenberg gets it back, still guarded by Rollins. Lichtenberg with a spin, and he just tries to bully it up and in. No good. Rebound by Miller, but we're going to get a foul called on Lichtenberg for a push.
Yeah, really good defense there by Rollins, and then he got the good block out. Lichtenberg goes over the back, so good job by Rollins on that one.
Spartans will look to push the lead here. Only a 4-point lead currently. 4 minutes left to play. 39-35 your score.
Tell you what, you can definitely see that the loss of Simpson hurts. They're just really out of sync offensively. They've got a few games to get it together. Hopefully they can get it ready for tournament time.
And hopefully Simpson can make it back for the Spartans, whatever is going on. I don't want to speculate, but clearly not here tonight, not even in attendance.
Yeah, they'll definitely want to get him back if they can, that's for sure.
Luster's going to pull up. No good. Luster just hasn't been able to find a shot much this year, it seems like, for the Spartans.
Yeah, he's been, as I mentioned earlier, he's been struggling the last 3 or 4 games, so we got to see if we can get him going.
Xeris goes to the rack.
Good
no
rebound.
Good. Throws it up to Fulcher.
Good
Here
pass.
we go. Yeah! Josiah Fulcher with the slam.
Nice pass by Miles.
And here comes St. John's the other way. Lichtenberg weaving his way through to Xeris. Oh, gets a
Good
pump fake. Another pump fake, John. Unable to finish. Xeris gets a rebound. Lichtenberg's got it. He goes to the elbow. He's going to take a jumper. Up, no good. Another rebound by Xeris. No! Jordan Rollins able to deflect the ball off of him. Excellent hustle there by Rollins.
Tell you what, I think I was mistaken a little bit ago when I said offensive continuity. I think rebounding has now become a huge key for Lima Senior if they want to win this game and continue winning.
Especially in a lineup like this where you have a bunch of guys who aren't huge. I mean, Mac, probably your tallest guy out there on the floor at 6'4", but definitely not a post guy. Coach Q's going to take a timeout. He's not happy with that. He's talking to the ref. Lima Senior is going to take a full timeout, and we will be back in 30 seconds, folks. Welcome back to the Spartan Dome.
High, you can see his side.
Welcome back to the Spartan Dome. As my partner here getting a little chuckle out of the referee running across the floor to get to his positioning. And also, my apologies to the Spartan fans at home, but I forgot the Tim Ludwig stat of the game.
Oh,
we're in the third
can't
quarter.
Forget that.
I can't forget that. If we had a video stream to show you what this looks like, I wish we could, because the detail in these is unreal.
Yeah, that's
it is ridiculous, the amount of detail that I have every matchup for Lima Senior and St. John's right here in front of me back to 1995. He even throws in some notes, where it's played, who's playing, what it's for. And I will tell you that this is the 26th meeting between the Spartans and the Titans. Lima Senior has won 9, St. John's has won 16. So the Spartans look to get in double-digit here wins against the Titans tonight. Fulcher's going to pull up from deep. No good, short.
Tell you what, this has probably got to be one of the few teams that has a winning record against.
Oh, Fulcher with a get
nice
it out of
swat.
here. That was
Very nice
Zion-esque.
swat.
Josiah Fulcher, excuse me. Khalil Luster is going to get the kickball call. We might have saw a slam there too, but an excellent block by Fulcher. But yeah, you're right, John. This might be the only team in the league that probably has a winning record against the Spartans, and it's a relatively short span of time that they've played. 26 meetings, and the first one being in 1995, so relatively new.
Yeah, they definitely haven't been playing each other too long or too much. Oh, good look ahead.
Mack doing some work in the post, says, "You're too little. Come here." And he gets the bucket. Mack, an energy guy. If he gets going here down the stretch for the Spartans, that would be huge.
He can absolutely score in bunches and in all different ways. So, yeah, if he can step it up. Again, Lima Seniors always got their defense. That's one thing that, whether we're missing guys or not missing guys, whatever, that's one thing they can always count on, I think, is their defense. And when you lose somebody in the middle, when you lose size, the defense, especially on the perimeter, has to be much better. The on-ball defense has to be much better, much closer, much more intense than it was before, because now you don't have anybody in the middle blocking shots.
Because Mack drives baseline, steps out of bounds, though, and we'll go the other way. Sam Swift checks in. Wonder if he's related to Taylor Swift, John. I don't know.
I doubt it.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say
if he is,
no.
I'm going to go down there and ask him for an autograph.
Yeah, well, for sure. Bring it back next year.
Yep.
There is no next year. He's a senior.
Oh, well.
Maybe he plays baseball. Anyways, Lichtenberg with the ball to Swift. And he just passes it to Zeros. And something happened. That doesn't look fun. We got a finger jam, dislocated, something.
Yep, down there banging with Kamian Durr.
That's not a guy you probably want to find under
no.
the paint or anywhere in general. Kamian is a great kid, but very physical athlete.
Yes. Very good football player. I think he plays a little football on the basketball court as well.
That's all right. You got to have a guy like that every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't hurt.
The bruiser. We got the glove and the bruiser. Swift's going to pull up for three. He's a shooter.
Nice shot.
Swift with his second three of the night.
Nice quick release. Defense was right there.
Jadakiss Mack wanted the ball quicker. That's an interesting shot, but hey, we're going to get a foul here.
Tell you what, his ability to go in the air allows him to get shots like that off and draw fouls. A lot of people can't do that. So his ability to jump, every time he jumps, he's about 3 feet off the ground.
Lichtenberg picks up his third foul as Mack bangs the first free throw. Jadakiss Mack on the year, shooting 63% from the free throw line. Khalil Luster leads the Spartans at a 86% clip from the free throw line.
Which is what you want out of your point guard, the guy who handles the ball the most. You definitely want him as a very high percentage free throw shooter.
Jordan Rollins creating some chaos here. Dante Wheeler picks up Zeros. Zeros blows by him, gets it to Garcia. Garcia to Greenlee. To Zeros. Back to Garcia. Kennedy Vaughn checked in. Swift, no good. Rebound by Rollins, rips it away. Off we go the other way. Jermaine Daniel checked in for your Spartans too with Dante Wheeler. Rollins to the hoop. The pass gets deflected out to Mack. Mack to the bucket. No good, but we're going to get a foul. Excellent job by Jadakiss there again.
Yeah, good drive. I said it earlier. Don't take the baseline if you can't get it. That time there was plenty of room. Jadakiss easily got it and went up and got fouled.
Greenlee picks up the foul. That's his first, team's fourth. Mack to the free throw line. Good. Jadakiss Mack with 7 points tonight for the Spartans. Declan Davis makes an appearance for the Spartans here as the Spartans hold an 8-point lead. Mack tries to make it 9.
Coach Simpson going deep onto his bench.
Jadakiss Mack with 4 good free throws there for the Spartans. 47-38 with 28 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Tell you what, every Spartan has played except number 35.
The big fella. Not sure we'll see him tonight, John. Just depends on how this fourth quarter goes.
At this rate, I don't expect that we will see him out there.
Looks like Bahama Brent Moss is sitting on the sideline down there with a soft cast on his left wrist, so we'll be interested to see.
Yeah, I believe I saw him injure that. He looked like he was holding it earlier during the JV game.
What's going to come of that here as we go forward? Moss, only a sophomore. Greenlee. Hornbeak unable to make it. 5 seconds left. Mack with a rebound. 4, 3, 2. Crossover dribble. Step back, and he doesn't even. No good. Jadakiss Mack unaware that the clock was. He had an opening if he would have pulled up after the crossover move, but he just is unable to.
Yeah, got to be aware of the time. Got to be aware.
Unable to recognize there. So after 3 quarters of play, your Spartans lead 47-38. 9-point lead for the Spartans here. Comfortable lead going into the fourth quarter. Hopefully the Spartans obviously would want to expand that, but at this point, so far so good for your Spartans.
Yeah, St. John's doing a better job of handling pressure, not turning the ball over as much. They had a few there in the third quarter. I think that's probably why we're at a 9-point lead, because quite frankly, offensively, Lima Senior has struggled the entire game. They've missed some easy shots. They've got a few breakaways and dunks, which have been good, but offensively, they've just been out of sync, and we've been talking about it all night. The loss of Simpson, you can clearly see that it has caused some confusion offensively, especially for the Spartans. Now, again, defensively, they've been strong. St. John's only has 38. Not that, St. John's is an offensive powerhouse, but defensively, Lima Senior's held them down. St. John's has missed some threes, which has hurt them as well, but just offensively, Lima Senior, I think it might take them a few practices or maybe even a couple games to get their rhythm offensively. So we're going to see what happens over the next couple. I know their next game's, I believe, at Toledo Central Catholic. So, it's
Spartans have not
tough.
played Central Catholic yet again this year, the only team they haven't played yet. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes on the road at Central Catholic.
Yeah,
and Central Catholic's pretty good this year from what I've heard. They're solid.
Yeah, I've heard they're got some pretty good size, and they play a real physical brand of basketball. So
John Zell Norrell's the running back for Central Catholic, who was
nice pass,
very good as the point guard for them as well, and he's a very good athlete. The whole Norrell's family is very good athletes. Brother Cheatham.
Was that another block
Toledo.
by Beach?
I think so. And Hornbeak is going to get the bucket.
That was a good, strong move.
Lima Senior foul is going to go on Declan Davis. His first, team's third. Hornbeak will step to the line.
Strong move by Hornbeak to get the ball into the basket over 2 defenders.
And he misses the 3-point play. Spartans with the rebound. Luster brings it across the timeline. Jermaine Daniel goes to the scorer's table, so he'll check in here soon for the Spartans. You would assume he'd go in for Davis, but Fulcher, you could see him when he turned the corner there, John, that he was going down. It was obvious that he was losing his footing quickly. Davis with nice hustle there to get back and knock the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You could see as he turned the corner, he was going to go down. That he had lost his footing right about the elbow. Good hustle, like you said, by Davis to get back and tip that ball out of bounds.
Davis checks out, gets quality minutes there for the Spartans. And that's what it's going to be for the Spartans. You're going to have guys that can come in and eat up some minutes here and there, give a couple guys a break, and just do their job. 47-40.
Nothing special. Just come in, supply a few minutes when you're called upon, do what you're supposed to do.
Jermaine Daniel with excellent defense there. Fulcher's going to try to go coast to coast. Nice acrobatic move there to avoid the contact and get the bucket. Fulcher's got 16 tonight for your Spartans, closing in on his average for the season with 19.
Yeah, real nice job by Fulcher there to kind of pull up, slide to the side so that there was no contact and there was no doubt.
Gary Batch, John's favorite St. John's player. Dante Wheeler goes for the steal.
Absolutely.
Unable to get it. His second, team's fourth. Batch has been the garbage guy, as some people call it. Blocks, rebounds.
He's been the Charles Oakley for anybody who's that old. that knows who that is.
Jermaine Daniels going to get a foul called on him because he just was holding the guy. That'll be his first, team's fifth. Just a dumb foul. You know what they're going to do. He's going to go through the elevator and stand at the top and get the ball. Just not sure we needed all that extra stuff there. They're going to take it out on under the basket, which is probably better for St. John's opportunity to score. 49-40 your score, 6 minutes, 34 seconds.
Yeah, Batch is St. John's version of Artemian Durr.
Lichtenberg.
Go in there and do something.
No good. Wheeler with a rebound. Wheeler will bring it up.
Play hard and hustle.
Almost ripped. Nothing. Swing to Daniel.
Nice pass.
Daniel pump fakes. Gets to the bucket. Pass
Another
to Mac.
Nice pass.
Mac no good.
Mac
Mac's going
out.
to go up again. No good. Mac's going to try it again.
Back out.
No good. 3 straight attempts there for Jadakiss, unable to get any of them to fall.
Yeah, he had 2 open players, or 2 solid 3-point shooters out there.
And we're going to get a pass that goes out of bounds the other way. Spartans will take the ball. 6 minutes left on your Lima Senior scoreboard here. Spartans lead 49-40. St. John's is going to pick them up here. Daniel's got an open 3 in the corner. Oh, in and out.
In and out.
Batch closed him out. Daniel fell down. Lichtenberg's got the ball. Lichtenberg, there's a spin.
Oh, good
Khalil
job,
Luster.
Luster.
He
Knew
knew it was coming. Mac. Oh, I don't know what that was, but that. And the Spartans lollygag back.
Well, I'm not sure what
Batch.
that was.
No good. Garcia. Garcia makes it. We're going to get a timeout for St. John's. They're hanging around, John.
I'll tell you what, that was an interesting little back and forth right there. I'm not exactly sure what happened to Mac on that one. It was clear he was going to try to go up for a dunk. I don't know if he
like
lost his
foot
footing
just slipped. Rolled. I don't. It looked odd.
Yeah,
it
I'm
just
not
looked
sure
unorthodox.
But a good job by St. John's, though. You know, withstanding that little rush, even though there were no points, they withstood that little rush because it looked like Lima Senior was about to break this game open there. But good job by St. John's coming back, get a nice little jumper, and they're still only down by 7.
Spartans here will try to close this one out and get another win and keep the perfect record in the track going. Now, a lot of people might say, you know, Lima Senior lost to OG. They lost to Camp McKinley. They lost to Shawnee. But at the end of the day, Lima Senior has normally 2 goals.
Yep.
Win the track, go to Columbus.
Yep.
Still on track for both of them.
Exactly. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, yeah, those 3 losses hurt in terms of your record and maybe in terms of your state ranking and all that. But as you said, in the grand scheme of things, you want to win the track and you want to go to Columbus. And right now, Lima Senior is still in position to do both of those things.
Don't quote me on this because I could be completely off, but I still think Lima Senior walks into the tournament as a 1 or 2 seed if they win out.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
Perrysburg is currently ranked. I may be wrong. I don't know. I thought last time I saw that they were undefeated or they were ranked. So either Spartans or Perrysburg probably, and then of course you have Start, who surprised some people, and then everybody in the track. And you can never.
Yep.
Having to play someone 3 times is never easy.
Yes, that's the worst.
Spartans look like they might try to take the air out of the ball here. And just 4 corners it. Jermaine Daniel. Yeah, they're definitely trying to take the ball out because that ball's going up if they're not.
Now the question is St. John's going to come out or are they going to sit back in their zone?
As of right now, it looks like they're just going to sit. Oh, there it is. And he missed it. Cam Miles missed it. Excellent pass by Wheeler.
Up. No need for the double. No need for the double.
St. John's with an opportunity here to close the gap.
Good rebound.
Batch unable to finish. Fulcher looks like he rolled his ankle. He's gimpy.
Yep.
He's fine. Ooh, step back. Air ball. Wheeler just grabs it over Batch, tosses her up and in.
Yeah, that was just kind of one of them. I'm taller than you, so I'm just going to put it up there.
Wheeler with 9 tonight. Garcia loses it out of bounds. Went up for a shot. Luster was right in his grill, and he just kind of balked at it.
Yeah, Luster got lucky there. I thought maybe they was going to call him for a push.
Fulcher rolled his ankle there on that rebound, it looked like, so it'll be interesting to see here the next couple minutes how that plays out. Zeros checks in for St. John's.
Yeah, Fulcher looks like he's okay. He's moving pretty good. Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Yep, we're good. No need to worry, Spartan fans. Fulcher with 18 tonight. 53-42 your score. 3 minutes, 48 seconds left to play. Cam Miles with a steal.
Go up.
Up to the
there
bucket.
You go. There you go.
In the bucket. Cam Miles with a steal, and he goes up for 2, and he draws the foul.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You're big, you're strong, just go up. Go straight up.
Michael Greenlee picks up the foul. That's his second, the 5th on the team here, and Cam Miles will toe the line. 4 points tonight with a chance for 5.
I'm a senior up by 13 now.
Miles at the free throw line, 77.8%. We'll round it up to 78.
Tell you what, he has definitely improved that category. I remember last year he really struggled from the free throw line.
Miles,
but he's been very good this year.
Silky smooth. Both freshmen on the floor, Hornbeak and Greenlee for St. John's. Greenlee's going to get an open 3 in the corner. Gets the bird and the plane. Michael Greenlee with his second bucket of the night. Zeros is just running with Fulcher. He's face guarding, and we're going to get a foul on Wheeler for an offensive foul. Interesting call there. And Wheeler's going to take a seat. Declan Davis comes back in. Wheeler visibly frustrated as he takes a seat.
Yeah, he must have extended the arm. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't quite see it, but I guess he must have extended the arm there right before he passed the ball.
3 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the Spartan Dome. 56-44, Lima Senior leads. Lichtenberg brings it up. Greenlee to Hornbeak. Hornbeak, stop, dribble, puts it up. No good. Rebound corralled by Greenlee, and he calls a timeout on the floor. Great floor presence there by the freshman and Greenlee to somehow scrap out with that ball.
Yeah, good job getting on the floor
timeout.
and then being aware enough to call the timeout for a freshman.
Got a full timeout here by St. John's. So your Spartans, John, about 3 minutes left to play, 12-point lead. Thoughts?
We talked about it the whole game. Offensively, they've looked confused at times, not sure who was doing what. It's been kind of sloppy, you know, but I think they've done just enough at this point to stay ahead. Let's see if they can close out the game. Again, their defense has been there most of the night. They've caused quite a few turnovers. St. John's really has failed to make the outside shot. I think that's been the biggest thing for St. John's, especially in the first half. They missed a lot of open threes. They've missed a few this half. They've done a good job hanging around as best they can. But I think, you know, to this point, the talent of Lima Senior has just kind of overcome the sloppiness of the play that they've had tonight. So let's see if they can hang on these last 3 minutes. You know, they've actually got a 12-point lead now. You know, it was 5, I believe, just not too long ago. So,
John, I got a question for you. Who'd you have? OG, Shawnee. Who did you have tonight?
I had OG.
You had OG. By how much? Batch, your guy. It's a bucket.
Well, it just depends. If Shawnee was able to shoot like they did against us, I would have picked OG probably in a close one. If they didn't, I'd say OG probably by about 15 or 20.
Final score from Shawnee.
Yeah.
Shawnee 65. OG 53. Shawnee wins by 12.
Get out of here.
Shawnee wins by 12 as Fulcher gets to the bucket and the foul. So Shawnee in the driver's seat snaps an OG 35-game WBO win streak. Snapped it tonight for Shawnee.
I'll tell you,
sit in the driver's seat. That's a good basketball
I'll tell you what, them folks over there in Shawnee are probably going nuts right about now.
Yeah, for sure.
Just beat Lima Senior and OG back to back. My guess is they probably hit about another 12 or 13 threes in that game.
I would not,
because I know I believe they hit like 17 against us.
They made everything for those that were not in attendance or were unable to watch it on the live broadcast. Shot no good for St. John's. Luster
good box out.
With a great box out.
Slow down, slow down.
Mangus has 30 points for Shawnee.
Of course he did.
That's all I got. He had 25 at the end of the third.
tell you what, that's a heck of a player.
He's a good, yeah.
Mangus.
Yeah.
He is a do-it-all.
It was fun
he is
to watch
very
him.
good.
It was fun to watch him, for sure. Shawnee's got a good one. Spartans push the lead to 14 here back in the Spartan Dome, 60-46. Hornbeak, no good. Rollins spikes it off of him, and we'll get a Spartan ball going the other way.
Smart play there by Rollins, jumping out of bounds, throwing it off. You see that so many times. A lot of times you'll see guys launch it down to the other end of the court as well. They always tell you don't throw it back in on your end, but good move.
Euro step from Miles, no good. Rebound by Fulcher and Davis, and we got to travel because they fought over it. Davis didn't realize that he was fighting with Fulcher.
Yeah, he definitely had no clue he was fighting with Fulcher because he was ripping that thing with everything he had.
Rollins blows right into the screen, forces Lichtenberg to go the other way. Greenlee's going to pull up for three. Greenlee makes the three. A nice shot there by the freshman, 60-49.
Tell you what, St. John's is definitely battling. It might be a little too late, but they are definitely battling. They've been doing that most of the night. That penetrating, that drive and kick.
Yep, the drive and kick. It's there. St. John's down by 11. Down by 11, 60-49. So we'll be interested to see here what the Spartans do at the end. And then the question becomes, as you get to this point in games, do we get to see the big fella tonight, Tavion McLaurin?
I tell you what, that's a possibility. I don't think so.
I'm going to say no.
I don't think so.
I'm going to say no. I think he might get to the table, but I'm not sure the horn ever goes off for the big fella tonight to get in the game.
At this point, I don't suspect that we'll see him. The game's still a little bit too close, probably for comfort as far as Spartan fans and Coach Q is concerned. So, you know, and besides, again, we've harped on it all night. With Simpson not being here, these guys are going to be basically the ones that carry this team. They need to be out here. They need to be getting minutes. They need to be playing together, getting used to playing with each other.
The inbound to Luster. He gets it to Rollins. Rollins blows by zeros. Throws it to Fulcher. Back to Davis. Davis lost the ball.
Got to catch it.
Then he throws
Good
it
job saving
back to Rollins. That was sketchy. Luster gets inside. Puts it up. No good. But he draws a foul.
I say don't call it on my man Beach.
Who did they call it on? 34, Hornbeak. His third.
Okay.
Team seventh. Luster will toe the line for two.
Tell you what, you mentioned it earlier. The enthusiasm, the excitement has just not been there tonight from the crowd, from the players. I see a lot of people exiting right now.
You look across, just from our vantage point, you look across the other side, it looks like some people, they're here physically, but not paying much attention to what's going on.
Definitely not watching what's going on the court.
Luster makes both free throws. Khalil Luster tonight. Those were his first points of the game, John. 1 minute, 10 seconds left. Those are his first points of the game.
Yeah, we spoke on it earlier.
Lichtenberg, a nice back cut. Gets the bucket.
Yeah, we spoke on it earlier. Luster's been struggling the last 4 or 5 games, especially at the offensive end. Tonight, really no different, but good pass.
Good pass by Miles to get it to Fulcher. Fulcher's got 24 tonight. Under 50 seconds left. Spartans by 13.
It wasn't pretty, but it's a win. Win's a win.
Wins a win for the Spartans, and the 0 still remains in the loss column in the TRAC for the Spartans.
And that's really the biggest thing that you're going to get out of this. Other than Simpson not being here, as you said, we're not exactly sure what's going on with that situation. Maybe we find out some more later, but at this point, you know, you got a lot of new guys now that are going to be getting minutes that normally weren't getting minutes. And they're going to have to step up. You know, they're going to have to, you know, score, rebound, play defense, do all those small things. You know, the Camion Durs, the Juwan Andersons, Desan Clare, Cameron Miles. Those guys are all going to have to step up, as well as, you know, the regulars out there. Jadakiss Mack. Fulcher's going to have to pick it up. Luster, Rollins, You know, basically everybody, because you're talking, you know, 32-minute game. You're talking 25 minutes, and what'd you say, 17 points game? You know,
17 points, 9 boards a game.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot that's missing. So, you know, everybody, whether they play minutes or whether they're just now going to play, whatever the case may be, everybody's going to have to step up.
John, I hate to break it to you, but your man Batch is fouled out of the game.
No.
That was his 5th foul right there.
Come on, Batch. I was relying on you to be there to the end. Oh, well, he made it.
So close.
He made it to 17
Oh, so
seconds.
close.
It's all good.
Lichtenberg brings it across. Spartans lead by 14. We'll see if the Titans get a garbage point here from Garcia. No. Mack with the rebound. He'll bring it across the timeline, pull it out.
He wanted to go dunk.
He did want to.
Coach
Q told him no. And as the horn sounds in the background, ladies and gentlemen, your Lima Senior Spartans pull it out tonight against St. John's, 66-51. Obviously, a lot of things going on here for your Spartans, but you'll take a win. And the Spartans still are on track for the 2 goals that they set out every year at the beginning of the year, win the TRAC, and make it to Columbus. So your Spartans get the win tonight against St. John's, 66-51. On behalf of my partner, John Sigmund, tonight, I'm Casey Reed. I'd like to thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you guys back for the next home game here at the Spartan Dome. Good night, Spartan fans.